It is Wellness Wednesday, and it's also National Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. Now, overall cancer rates continue to decline and survival rates continue to improve. That's the good news. But still, 10% of Canadians will be diagnosed with colorectal cancer, and that accounted for 11% of all cancer deaths last year.
Now, Dr. Chin is here today to talk about some new alarming statistics for colon cancer. And this is a sobering one to start with. Colon cancer on the rise amongst young people.
Yes, it is. So the good news, as Nick said, including colorectal cancers, they're declining thanks to screening, right? We know blood stool testing and colonoscopies and nipping off those precancerous polyps. So the bad news is in the last 25 years, it's gone from 10% to 20% of colorectal cancers diagnosed in people younger than 55. So we've heard people in their 30s and their 40s getting severe forms of colorectal cancer. That is what is concerning right now.
So why? Is there any sense as to why this trend is going the wrong way, quite frankly?
Yeah, so beyond family history, which I have, so this is dear to my heart, and people who with inflammatory bowel conditions, we believe it's probably related to what I call lifestyle issues. So let's get into those.
Yeah.
So obesity or overweight increases it. Smoking, increased high consumption of alcohol, and last but not least, the diet, right? Not high in fiber, not good in terms of fruits and vegetables, lots of fat in it. We need to change that. But most importantly for today is to bring awareness that there are chemicals in our foods and how we prepare our foods that can increase our risk of cancers.
Well, that's the shocking part, right? You might be eating the right foods, but how you prepare them, and you said barbecuing foods might be more harmful than we think.
Yeah, it is. So there's something called HCAs, because hydrocyclic amines, heterocyclic amines, increases colon cancer rates because it's chemical. And similarly with nitrates, found in some deli meats, I would prefer that people use the salt-only type of preservatives when we go and look at our deli packages. So I put that up on my Instagram, like showing how you go look for that.
Okay.
But if you're going to barbecue, try to cut out the fat. Marinate it does help, and definitely if you burn it, throw it out.
When you say burn, are you talking like kind of burned to the crisp, like the charred black?
Yeah,
is that
I think
kind
anything
of the,
black, because you're kind of denaturing the meat
instead
of cooking it to like preserve it, you know, like keep it nice and packed.
Yeah.
Wow, and you say marination actually helps.
Yes, yes it does. Now, if you burn it after you marinate it, it ain't gonna help.
Cancels each other out.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about, you know, if people are listening to this conversation and thinking, well, that sounds a little bit like me, what are kind of the signs and symptoms of colorectal cancer? And my follow-up to that would be also, when should you start getting tested? Yes,
so the first part is that some people think, oh, I have a hemorrhoid and it's just bleeding and like, let it go. Don't. Second one is a change in bowel movement, whether you're getting diarrhea, constipation, or pencil thin stools. And last but not least, it's just this chronic anemia. Some women think, okay, it's just because I'm having menstrual periods and it's heavy. Don't take that for granted. So get a colonoscopy, and it might be before the age of 50 if you think that you're at risk or there's some concerning symptoms.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I mean, I'm turning 49 in a few weeks' time, right? So I'm thinking, like, where am I on that? So not just about me, but just for anybody watching, right? I mean, if you're under 50 even, because that's kind of the age we sort of assume is when you start testing. But you're saying don't wait till then if you have these other...
I have a family history. I started doing colonoscopy since I was 40, and every couple of years that I go, I have these benign polyps, but they get snipped off. So I'm due for one at the end of this month, so I'm going to go.
Well, there you go. And I guess knowing more about your family history too, you know, I think a lot of young people, myself included, might not realize how far back some of these conditions go. Some parents don't talk about it. Some people don't even know. So what would you suggest for young people to do when they have even just one of these symptoms?
I would say, if in doubt, tell your doctor and get tested. It is some form of, you know, if it's your quote standard, it's highly curable if you catch it early.
All right. Okay. I think let's end on a positive note like that. If you can catch it early. It's curable. Dr. Elaine Chin, always great to talk to you. Thanks so much for being here this week again.
Thank you.